The girls are relaxing. The tank guys were given such a hat.
Look, we're getting the rifles.
Oh, I say, everything has completely fallen apart.
A year ago, mobilized Russians were receiving this kind of small arms for the war in Ukraine. The rusty barrel of the Russian Federation, the AK-47 rifle, is still often the main and only weapon of the infantry of the occupiers in the assaults. There are known cases where occupiers are even offered to obtain their first weapon in battle or take it from a fallen comrade. In turn, Ukraine is trying to equip its own soldiers with modern types of small arms. That's what we will talk about today. The main principle of the Ukrainian army to reduce personnel losses and avoid close combat has also influenced the priorities in weapon production. Though sniper rifles are what our defense industry focused on before the war and continues to work on today. One of the results of this work is a product known as the UR-10.
It has been adopted by the armed forces of Ukraine, the National Guard of Ukraine, and also the police. Recently, it has started to be introduced into our troops to replace the outdated SVD, both morally and physically.
The main task for the designers was to replace the Soviet SVD rifle, and this task was accomplished excellently. The effective range has been increased from 800 meters to 1200. Moreover, a number of successful solutions, such as the cantilever barrel mount, have improved accuracy and stability for subsequent shots.
Grouping is probably the most significant difference that sets this rifle apart from the SVD rifle. We guarantee that the rifle leaves the factory with a grouping of up to 1 minute of angle. To put it in perspective, that's just under 30 millimeters at 100 meters.
At the same time, the rifle is quite convenient to use. The UR-10 can be disassembled into two parts, which reduces its size and makes it compact for transportation. The stock is adjustable both in length and for different aiming angles. The barrel is made of stainless steel and coated with chrome plating on the inside, which increases the guaranteed lifespan to at least 7,000 shots. Additionally, according to NATO standards, it is possible to mount powerful optics on the Ukrainian rifle. Unlike the 4x scope on the SVD, the UR-10 is equipped with Picatinny rails, allowing for the installation of, for example, a Leupold Mark V with 25x magnification. From the factory, the rifle comes with a 10x optic and a complete set of necessary tools for use and maintenance of the weapon.
The rifle comes with an optical device, a device to reduce the sound level of the shot, bipods, the necessary number of magazines, pouches, a cleaning and maintenance kit, and a carrying bag that also serves as a sniper mat.
If a firing range of over a kilometer doesn't impress you, this monster will certainly not leave you indifferent. The development by Kharkiv engineers is the long-range large-caliber rifle Mono Mach, capable of shooting at a distance of 7 kilometers. Mono Mach is a continuation of its predecessors, T-Rex and Alligator. The rifles have notably with great success passed tests and have been adopted by the armed forces of Ukraine. Mono Mach, according to the latest information, has already passed state trials and is being prepared for delivery to the troops. The rifle has a caliber of 14.5 millimeters and a magazine for 5 rounds. The total weight is 25 kilograms. In length, the Mono Mach is just over 2 meters when equipped. The bullet's muzzle velocity is about 1,000 meters per second. The maximum range is 7 kilometers, while the effective firing range is considered to be around 2 kilometers. Moreover, the weight of 25 kilograms, which might make the monomach seem like an inconvenient weapon, is considered an advantage by the designers.
The lighter the weapon with the same ammunition power, the less stable the shooting. Therefore, the 25 kilograms do not bother the military at all.
The ammunition here is special. In the caliber of 14.5, there was only one option: machine gun. Therefore, the company's engineers were forced to develop not only the weapon itself, but also the cartridge for it.
Our company's specialists have already developed a type of bullet with a higher ballistic coefficient. Naturally, there is a, let's simply say, a monolith. That is, it is made from a single metal. And there are bullets with, let's say, various cores. In this case, it is an armor-piercing core.
The sight on the monomach is also domestic. Imported ones simply couldn't withstand the overloads. When shooting, they literally fell apart. So Kharkiv engineers had to develop optics for their rifles, which after testing confirmed a lifespan of 3,000 shots.
The standard scope for this rifle is the ZHV5. The scope allows for operation and clear visibility of targets up to 3 kilometers. At a distance of 1.5 kilometers, you can examine the enemy in great detail, even the pimples on their forehead.
If the enemy's forehead is closer than 1.5 kilometers, Ukrainian defenders also have something to use in such a case. Instead of endlessly relying on the wisdom of the forefathers and mindlessly churning out Kalashnikov rifles, our engineers have completely redesigned it. Thus the Malyuk assault rifle was born. Developed by the Kyiv Design Bureau in the mid-2010s, it barely resembles its great-grandfather, the AK. Ukrainian engineers applied the Western bullpup system, where the trigger mechanism and magazine are located behind the trigger, which allowed for increased accuracy and precision of shooting, as well as reduced recoil.
In this product, the recoil is reduced by about 2 to 2.5 times. How is this achieved? By using our own gas-operated mechanism, combined with the reloading mechanism. The recoil impulse of the Kalashnikov is 3 times more than necessary.
The new Ukrainian rifle was equipped with 3 Picatinny rails right away. It has become possible to install optical, collimator, thermal, laser and other sights. Additionally, you can integrate bipods, an extra handle, a flashlight and other attachments. Moreover, the rifle is balanced in such a way that it allows firing even with one hand.
It is balanced. See, I am holding it with one hand. I can even attach a full magazine and still handle the weapon like a regular pistol in cabo, whether with the right hand or the left.
Having demonstrated its practicality on the training grounds, the Malyuk began to be supplied to the troops. Today, it is primarily in service with special units and assault groups. Another assault rifle spotted in service with our special forces, particularly the operatives of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense, is the CZ-BRN-2. Originally a rifle from Česká Zbrojovka, it will now be manufactured in Ukraine. The Ministry of Defense of the Czech Republic is transferring the license to us. In Ukraine, the rifles will be produced under the brand Sich. The main feature of the rifle is the quick detachable barrel, which allows for rapid changes in both the length and caliber of the weapon. The receiver is made of aluminum. The trigger mechanism housing along with the pistol grip and magazine well are made of plastic. This has allowed for a reduction in the weight of the rifle, which is extremely important during deep incursions into enemy territory or maritime operations. This is just part of what our infantrymen are armed with. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new episodes of Arsenal.